Following collection of
Shoutcast runs into the mega room, takes him out with a nice excellent run, but Ash is firing his Hornets, goes up that jump, and here's the mega, and oh my god, hits on the matching, Miloš loses the matching, oh my god, shining him, it's still in this game, but now it's building, starting to crumble under the blizzard of Miloš. That's absolutely ridiculous.
We do have another one coming up. Teams are tied 20-20 right now. Jets using that light.
If he's hacking, he really should have a better score.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are inside the game, and here we go. 3, 2, 1. We are underway with Northern Darkness versus sFx Evil in the Warleagues Premier. sFx starting off on the Allied side with the ugliest tag in ET history. It's Twitty, Leak, Mixer, Lucifer, Manowar, and Caddy. And as they make their way forward, Chris of Team Northern Darkness will rack up 2 MP40 frags, but Loki will equal the cause with 2. And Northern Darkness now under attack from the main road, as we have 3 to 4 sFx players making their way down there. We'll give you another ETTV sync up in just a moment. Here we go though with sFx making 5 players up towards the main road and underneath past the ammo racks and over towards the main door, needing some revives as well. They don't have the engineer there anymore, and here comes ASD up the backside. He's got 1 down, 2. GMX is going to come up with a second, and ASD will finish the deal surely with a second frag. He whips out the Luger. Liaki versus ASD, and Liaki will self-kill as the Allied side cap that forward bunker. Good call coming in for him to self-kill, and Emoji will defend the flag. They need to drop back. They've only got 1 medic up, and that is Manowar, and he's got an engineer who needs to revive as well as a covert ops, and they have that now. That covert ops is going to get a pickup as well. No, he's not, but there are 3 bodies there if he's respawned for him to take, and oh no, they're going to drop the covert ops idea. Yeah, no, they are not. They have picked up that covert ops. They have picked up someone's uniform, and I'm just trying to work out where the devil he went. However, here's your ETTV sync up for you. 10 minutes and 34, 33, 32, 31, and Team Northern Dark just really under the cosh right now, trying to make their way, trying to hold off any attack coming through that main entrance, because the covert ops uniform was used, and they tried to push on forward through that main entrance. Jackaxe was there, and clearing off that side entrance. Now over towards the side we go, and with command post up, and dynamite ready to blow. We're well and truly onto stage 2 now, as Northern Darkness' first stage defense was all but non-existent, and here we go with sFx trying to make their way forward in towards that side entrance. It is who to lead that charge in? It is Evil that will, it is Lucifer that will go in there, and the command post defense is non-existent here. Twitty has taken it over, rifle nade tossed in there, and Lucifer's going to have to play this one cleverly. He's the only medic, and he needs to keep his engineer up. Reinforcements have made their way in. They lack the covert ops, but they have some 4 players at the command post and inside it to hold it down. If you need to be on ETTV, www.gamestv.org. Team Northern Darkness send 5 people over towards that side entrance, but they're outside. Of course, with 1, 2, 3, racking up 2 with a rifle and 1 with a single grenade, and now ASD will push on forward, caught with their pants down, and ASD and a cause have whipped it in. And I tell you what, that is shambolic sFx. You should be taken out into the streets and all shot for what you just did. 5 people had that command post locked down. All they had to do was get a covert ops in there, and somehow Team Northern Darkness funneled through a door that is no bigger than my fist and got in and got that command post out. So here we go. sFx is going to make their way forward. A cause is going to get dropped. They're going to get the given. They're going to get the second frag in on the medic going forward, but they have got 1 revive in. Again, they just need that covert ops to do the job, and again he is lacking. They have an engineer screaming for a revive. Team sFx don't like reviving people. That is clear. Their medics are too Rambo. Here comes that covert up and a revive finally, and now is the chance. Rifle nade tossed in, and oh, what a shocking rifle nade from Twitty, blowing away Mixer and Man of War of his own team, and now Mixer's been picked up. They will now try to put that the covert ops is called again in firefight, rather than with the simple job of blowing the damn central charge up, and again he is down, he is gibbed, and sFx, my god, Where did you learn to play this game? 8 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock. We've already had 4. sFx should have taken these parts by now. They should be well away from the command post. They are finally pushing outside of the command post, but still they don't have it as a spawn point, and still Team Northern Darkness are in a very, very strong position. sFx Gaming, if you do lose this map, or don't set a time at least, you have only yourselves to blame. Revive going in. Here comes Emoji though, pushing down into the garage, and will make his way forward. He has dropped and given 1. He's going to claim the second as well. Nicely done by the Frenchman, and here we have the Man of War trying to make his way down towards the East radar parts, but picked apart by GMX's MP40. And now we have got GMX just going to line up at the fake radar. ASD and Jack will lead the fire in towards the main gate as we spy now Emoji and Chris racking up MP40 frags apiece. Chris been dropped by Caddy Evil, and now we have Caddy Evil. Caddy is his name. Evil is going to... Caddy is now going to make his way up towards the East radar parts and will collect them. He'll get plucked down by, wow, a combination of fire and the landmine that was just waiting there for him to go down. And Lieki will pick them up now, pick up the revive, and the 3 of them will relay race these over the hill surely. Well, in fact, it's just Lieki, but he will get his way over towards the command post, and sFx Evil have begun. So, looking at the West radar parts, what are the Team Northern Darkness side setting themselves up for? Well, Jack and ASD pushing right forward in towards that main entrance. They're going to either self-kill any second now or lock down that truck, and it seems like... self-kill is the favored option, and so they will be defending the main bridge itself. And then we have got GMX right at the radar and a Cos further back covering spawn. And with 6 minutes and 33 seconds to go, Emoji has been dropped and gibbed in spawn, as now sFx make their move forward, and the allied side secure the East radar parts in the back of that truck. And it is all for nothing or one for all, or whatever the saying goes, as Team Andy make their way back towards the middle. Here we go, coming through spawn, we have Twitty trying to hold off on the middle, Jack with the MP40, drop in 1, but then gets equalized out again, and still those radar parts won't move as we follow Evil as he whips out the MT42 from the East radar parts position. And this is an interesting strat here. He's going to lie himself down, remove that mobile MT42, and just lay all sorts of damage down. And he's got Chris to deal with now, though. Chris is just going to eat him for breakfast. And Mixer will go down as Jack will make his way across over towards spawn. And we will have to try again. Now, the MT42 idea is great when it's nicely hid away, but when you got Chris above spawn, nothing doing. 5:38 on the clock. Here comes Man of War, about to drop himself down in front of the East radar pots and push slowly over the pathway towards the west. He's got some fire coming forward. The support fire is going to be tossed in by Man of War. What's it going to shift? It's forced ASD forward, and it's forced 2 of them back. And well, that's great, but what are you going to do about it is more my point. If you do have a support fire going in, you've got to at least utilize it, and they didn't even do that. It was in, it didn't kill anyone, and there was no attack following it. So sFx need to get with it just now. They've really dropped the ball on this attack, and Mixer with the MG42 is laid down at the East radar parts, but he's not doing a thing. He is the team is carrying him right now, as Kadige and Lieki will try and make their way around back to spawn. Both of them will go down to Jack's MP40. They both tapped out before Lucifer could get anywhere near them to revive them. Basically, they knew that, judging by the first 8 minutes of this map, the team don't like reviving, and thus they shouldn't bother. Chris with the MP40 drops Lucifer, and with 4 minutes and 32 seconds left on this clock, Team sFx are really in a whole world of hurt. Mixer tries to make his way across, and he's just going to get eaten alive at the fake radar parts over towards the bridge. And, well, sFx are really attacking in 1s and 2s. I can spy Mixer making his way past the East radar parts completely on his own. Spotfire has been launched over towards the radar parts, so there's forced some movement. But Mixer is now going into Axis respawn. What's an Axis respawn for you? I mean, I never understand that. As Immortal will hear the gun getting picked up and knows that one of them's in there. Mixer playing with fire, going after Chris in Axis respawn, gets dropped, and Lucifer will now make his way up towards the east, towards the West radar parts. But one man versus a whole defense on the main objective, it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. And Lucifer, well, I wonder. And now we have Caddy with the grenade right behind Chris, and all he does is take himself down. And sFx are going to get full held here unless they reconnect as a different team. They've got. I know sFx have 2 or 3 squads. Maybe one of their other squads could connect and play, because right now the Finnish version really have forgotten how to attack a map. Lucifer's going to make his way forward. He has a Morgy right in front of him as he goes on through. Wow, that is a lot of spam I just got. Let's log out of IRC. So here we go. We have got GMX coming through. Cars and Jack going to make their way forward over towards the middle of the map. And just hold off at the west radar parts as now we have a Morgy, and now we have a Cars, and now we have ASD, and they will just lock themselves down. sFx going to send Lieki through. Lucifer and Akedi are there, and they've got 3 players in front of Respawn, and 3-on-3 right for these west radar parts. Here we go with Lucifer making his way up towards the parts. He dodges the landmine. He's going to collect the parts. Double frag coming in, ACP and support fire, and now he's just going to run straight towards those parts. He's just going to make it through the gate. Yes, he is, and he will get the parts home, and Team sFx will set a time of 9 minutes and 23. Team Northern Darkness, thanks to Chris for 16 frags, and top fragger, and ASD also on 16. Chris racking up 2,700 damage, and leading the way over on the sFx side. Caddy with 2,300 damage, 10 frags led the way. But, one looks down to Twitty with just 1,400 damage and just 5 frags. With a little bit of work to do. You're inside the game. We're going to start this game off any second now, with Team Northern Darkness really in the driving seat. When we come back, we'll see how they get on.
4 out of 5 dentists agree that listening to Radio ITG has absolutely no positive effect on your teeth. So apparently the odds are 1 in 5 that your teeth are actually getting whiter in this very moment. You can thank us later. This is the new Radio ITG.
Welcome back. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We are fight right away as Cars and GMX will lead the assault forward. Northern Darkness, really the ball is in their court with some 9 minutes and 23 to attack. They toss their support fires forward. They'll bypass the other support fire of the Axis team, and here comes Twitty making his way down through the smoke. As the smoke clears, Northern Darkness funnel through the wee tunnel and make their way over the main road, and they will slowly try to make their way down towards the ammo and health packs, where they will meet one poor Finlandian man, that is Man O' War, who falls all the way back after seeing the oncoming onslaught from Team Northern Darkness. I would suggest that 4 of them have gone in towards that flag, and yes, they have. Here they go, one by one. They lead the charge in. Lucifer, no match for 4 Northern Darkness players, but is Lieki. Lieki downs 1, chases down at ASD, and is now just being hounded by Acosta's Ace Garan. Twitty will come up with 1 too, and the Axis side have not given up on this. Now they have, as the Allied Respawn comes straight in, and Akos will go in towards this flag. They self-killed out at the wrong time, and Lieki, no, they got the flag back. They self-killed at the right time. I apologize to sFx, and now they've cleaned out this Northern Darkness attack and are back in position. Nicely done, Team sFx. 8 minutes and 13 on the clock. They've got everything. Inside entrance has been blown, but sFx are in position to lock this down. Command post goes up from Jack, and as they defend the main entrance, Jack has built the command post for the Allied side, and now Team Northern Darkness are going to swarm on with a forward spawn point, and this will either prove to be a great assault or will prove to be a stumbling point for Northern Darkness. It just depends how they play this. They're still battling it out in for the bunker as well, and the question is, now as the Dino goes down on main, how do they split this? Because, if Team sFx were to go and defuse that dynamite, you never know. You never know how that could affect them. Mixer's going to do exactly that. He's on the defuse with a good 18 seconds left. He gets the defuse on 7:26, and Team Northern Darkness, 4 of them are coming out of that command post. 2 are already at the fake radar going towards the west radar parts, and as support fire goes on the east, that'll actually take down her teammate, surely. No. ASD will get Morgy will get those parts away. He's going to hop over the wall just before the MP40 tracer fire will come across, and here comes Man O' War up the backside. He and Lieki claim a frag apiece, and we're really in an interesting predicament right now. The flag belongs to the Axis side. They've spawned up there. The main entrance belongs to the Axis side, but the truck does. And that's the important thing. You've got to get those east radar parts to the truck, which Morgy has, and it's gone through the command post, which is property of Team Northern Darkness, Inc. So how are they going to get this one home? I don't know. But as we chase around and find Morgy, he and ASD are going to make their way over the main road, past the side entrance, and now Northern Darkness are just going to have to hope that they can split their attack in two. Mixer doesn't see ASD right behind him. The self-kill comes in, and Team Northern Darkness will lock down this main entrance. Axis side are paused. Mixer has lagged out, and we'll be right back here on Inside the Game with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock.
Quake 3, Counter-Strike. Quake 3, Counter-Strike. Quake 3, Counter-Strike.
God, shut up!
Quake 3 and Counter-Strike. And a whole lot more. This is the all-new family-oriented radio.
And you're back here and inside the game. Not a whole lot going on the server right now, as we look around and see just nothing. We are missing a player. His name is something Finnish, and he is not on the server. So, in the meantime, we have no other option but to play some songs. Just a reminder of where we are. 6 minutes 30 on the clock. Oh, he's now rejoined comms. So, 6 minutes 30 on the clock, on radar, with Northern Darkness needing to secure the East radar pods, which they are about to do, and then they need to dynamite the main entrance still, interestingly enough, and then move on and get west. So, if the ball is in Northern Darkness's court, the question is, will they be able to secure it in time? We will see as we're coming close to getting this game back underway, as the player will be reconnecting soon-ish. We'll see. You're inside the game. We will be right back in just a moment.
Would you like some of this?
Rocket launcher LG style, and a nice jump pad assault on the quad here by Ricky. He's down through the rocket, and Paul Wall's going to pick up that quad.
Or some of this?
Dark Templar in front, showing off several zealots. Nicely done here by Beerhoos. He's pushing back Puerto Rican slowly but surely. He's got a Dark Templar to deal with.
How about both?
I love you. I love you too.
This is Radio ITG.
Spare change. It's everywhere. Under the couch cushions, in coat pockets, all over the inside of your car, you name it. And with all that spare change lying around, you could book your very own server with Game Damons. For as little as $2.80 an hour, you can reserve a Half-Life or Unreal Tournament 2004 server when you need it, for as long as you need it. Especially great for scrims and matches for teams that can't afford the monthly rates of those other server hosts. Game Damon's new booking service allows you to rent a server exactly when you want to use it and pay as much as you would spend at the arcade for a night of DDR. Go dig those quarters out from under the sofa and book a server with GameDamons.net today. It's fast, it's easy, it's reliable. It's Game Damons.
Welcome back to Inside the Game. We are waiting on an unpause, and then we're going to get this one straight underway, as we see Northern Darkness needing to play this one out cleverly, and we're ready to get this one back underway any second now, as the 6th sFx player has rejoined, and now we are ready to rock and roll once again in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are fights, and here we go. Jack will trip that landmine. And we'll move in for the dynamite, and Morche will push the parts in unless someone can stop him. They cannot, and the West Radar parts are secured. Lucifer is waiting on the other side of the door, where Jack is also there, and there are 4 players holding off on that position, actually. They trip more landmines as well, and the Allied side have paused this one up as a Morche goes 999, and, well, this is what we were warned about would happen in this game if it is a Punkbuster related issue, although I don't know. And luckily for Team Northern Darkness, emoji like that.
After putting the parts into the truck. So, once again, we'll be back here in ITG in just a moment. Please continue to enjoy my lovely song.
Here we go, we're going to start this one back off again in 4, 3... Three, 2,
and 1. It is Northern Darkness with some 6 minutes and 12 seconds to complete the objective. If anyone else
Morgy has... Oh, you've restarted. If anyone else would lag out, both teams have used their pause, and thus would it be screwed. Jack with the Thompson frag will drop one. The main entrance is close to blowing as ASD and GMX will make his way forward through the main road, and GMX is wielding the Panzerfaust and is poised to strike on Axis respawn. Interesting to see a Panzerfaust on the first stage, on the attack stage, but GMX is not using that Panzerfaust. He's walking himself straight up towards those objectives, and he's going to pick him up, and he's going to go. He's going to make his way under the bridge. He's going to whip out that Panzerfaust any second now. Strikes it against the brick wall, and that was the worst Panzerfaust shot in enemy territory history, courtesy of GMX. 5 minutes and 24 seconds left on the clock. Radar parts well and truly secured, as Lucifer will now prowl them as Jack and Emoji will whip out a Thompson frag apiece. Two Northern Darkness players make their way over the bridge. This sFx Evil defense is, well, more defending the grass than the radar parts. It's sort of located here, there, and everywhere. Emoji is about to make a move on those parts that will be picked up by Emoji, and he'll hop, skip, and jump. Axis respawn has to be sometime soon. They do spawn up, but only 2 or 3 of them spawn up there. There's the Panzerfaust right behind spawn. Now it's just a grenade of a cast, and they will move the docks away. And Northern Darkness will take a 1-0 lead, and we are close to going onto Supply Depot now. And Northern Darkness just look too hot to handle against an sFx side that, first of all, did not know how to attack, and second of all, did not know how to defend, it would appear. Their west radar part defense was non-existent, and thus they lost the game. Their attack was terrible, and thus they set a terrible time. And therefore, we move on to Supply Depot here and inside the game. And, in the meantime, I'm going to talk to you about Warsaw, because Warsaw is a free downloadable game, just like Enemy Territory, that happens to rock. No two ways about it. Warsaw is simply brilliant in terms of how good it is. It is a one who could... Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. And it's... There's no two ways about it. It's free, it's downloadable, it's 60 megabytes. You can run it on any machine alive, because it's on the Quake 2 engine, and it rocks. Needs a bit of anti-lag, needs a few other tweaks, but it plain rocks. Actually, I think about 50% of the people I've seen playing are ET players. In fact, there is the token player running around with the name ET player. However, it is very, very good, and I would urge you to go and download it right now. And when we come back here on Inside the Game, we shall return. And now you're going to hear the voice of Warsaw, Mr. Wheat.
So, let's say you want DSL, but you don't want to pay those extreme phone service fees just to have it. Introducing Speakeasy OneLink and Speakeasy Voice. Internet and phone service from the same great provider at prices you can definitely agree with. First of all, by switching to OneLink, you're getting a stable, high-bandwidth DSL connection with up to 6 megs downstream. Run a server, share your connection, use your DSL however you want. And with Speakeasy's new Voice over IP service, you plug into that OneLink DSL and boom! Unlimited local and long-distance calls to the US and Canada, voicemail, caller ID, call waiting, and a huge list of must-have features. It's only $29.95 a month tacked on to your...
Well, that wasn't DJ Wheat, and, well, we're going to start. So here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go with Northern Darkness starting off on the Allied side to set...
Against Team sFx.
The Northern Darkness looking very, very strong in that first map, and, one would expect them to take this. They're lining up with Jack, Amorje, ASD, Akaz, GMX, Chris, and in comes a Pantherfaust from Chris. It's a one-man, and the Axis team has built that command post, and on now push forward, Chris will make his way forward. Double grenade frag coming in from Caddy Evil. Chris will answer up with his own, and there will come in a third grenade frag. So the last 4 frags have been with the grenades, and if anyone were to tell you this map was spammy, they'd be right. Manowar comes up with the MP40 frag, dropping a Cars. GMX will hit the deck. Lucifer with the MP40. One more with the MP40. Jack is going to go down himself. There's another grenade frag coming in from Amorje. Luga frag whipped out by Lieki. Mixer with the MP40 drops 1. And here goes Lucifer down to pick up the revive on Manowar. And sFx regroup on that bottom of the stage. 14 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. Jack rifle nade, dropping Man of War. GMX shelled. Jack goes down as well. Mixer will claim 2 of those frags. sFx are going to lock down this bottom level. Tweety with the rifle nade, dropping 1. Caddy with an MP40. Mixer with his own MP40. Tossing down these Team Northern Darkness players left, right, and center. Jack with the rifle nade about to launch one down into that main garage, and does so. Mixer hits the deck. Cos with the Thompson frag will move on in, and where is Cos going here? He is going to get stopped in his tracks on those right stairwell, but there are 3 of them there. If Chris was still reeling that Panzerfaust, he would be able to strike on these, but it's ASX that is now doing so, or ASX that is now the soldier. I haven't seen if he's a Panzer or not. I would assume by his movement that he is. Cos is going to try and get him into position. ASX is ready for the skip, the jump. He's waiting on the call. There are 3 Northern Darkness players there, and there's the grenade that'll blow them away. 20 with a double grenade, Man of War with MP40, 1, 2, dropping 4 in total on that little movement, and Team Northern Darkness have just been blown away as Lucifer will seal the deal. 5, 6 straight frags for Team sFx, and Jack will come up with a grenade that will finally answer back for Northern Darkness. But if you were to pull down a console on ETTV, you would see that things aren't looking too good for Northern Darkness. The team that couldn't attack or defend radar and looked like someone that had just installed the game last week are now looking mighty fine here on this first stage supply depot defense, as the artillery is rain in from Cadier, dropping 2 as a Cos will self-kill on his way out, and here comes Amorje with the Thompson frag, dropping Tweedy, and Amorje will make his way towards that garage to get eaten alive. GMX double grenade. It's 1 more down. Lucifer will hit the deck as well. Caddy will get 1 back finally, but it's Jack which out the Luger frag. They will lose players left, right, and center. Lucifer will go down. Man of War needs to get the frag and the revives. He does. Well, there are no revives to be had. The Allied side have capped that flag. Self-kill spawn up, and now they drop the grenade in on the uniforms, and we will fall back with the dynamite going down practically 3 minutes after we started this map, and that is very, very good news for Team sFx. They finally got some time on. 3 minutes is more than enough for a first stage defense. You'd be expecting anything between 60 and 90 seconds, really, maybe 2 minutes, but not 3. 3 is good for sFx. We will see whether they can go all the way on and, maybe get themselves a fighting chance in this game. They will make their way, what are they doing? They're holding off. Dynamite's waiting to be blown. No Covert Ops uniforms to be had. And Mixer will toss that support fire down on the top level. People coming out of the bottom can't see it. And Jack will move out the way quickly after spying it. And now the top level has blown as well. And here come Team Northern Darkness. The 6 of them funnel out the various exits and make their way forward. Lucifer will rack up the landmine frag. A rifle nade will be tossed in by Twitty. And Northern Darkness are not struggling to make any progress out of there, but they will come and come again, as here they respawn again. A Cos joins up, Chris and GMX are there. They'll make their way over towards the command post. It's Addy that'll drop the MP40 frag grenade coming up from Mixer, but there comes GMX in order to answer the call. Quickly, sFx whip up 2-3 quick frags of their own. Morche, GMX and ASD will go down. Evil waiting on the revive, but Chris with the 1-2 comes up and seals off that final part of the tunnel defense, and it looks like Team Northern Darkness may just get themselves the command post instantly. Yes, they have very early on. It might have taken them 3 minutes to take that first stage. It's only taken them about 86 seconds to get the second stage. Main entrance is still theirs, but the command post is still Axis property. But the command post is property of Team Northern Darkness Inc. As Chris will make his way through. Mixer will drop the MP40 frag in, and Evil will now push forward, grenade in hand, launch it over towards the command post. The Allied side blow that command post away and rebuild. And now the self-kills come in, and we're well and truly onto the next stage, as the main depot gate needs some dynamite, needs some attention, needs some lovin', and a Cos is going to be the one to dish out all that lovin', or Jack, and the 2 of them will make their way towards the east entrance now. There are 2 of them right behind them, and it's Loki that'll be plucked down by the Garand, and Lucifer is in trouble himself. Picks up the revives, and the 2 medics will funnel their way down towards the east radars, towards the east entrance, but that's nothing to be proud of, because the whole defense has been split apart by this. And when the other 4 were dead, 2 players decided it was more important than defending the main than to go to east, and thus they screwed themselves over royally, as the main entrance has now been planted, and Northern Darkness are making up the time that they lost on the first stage, and in some style. sFx will push on forward and make their way up towards the top level. It's GMX, Cos, and a Morche that will rack up the frags. A Cos with the Panzerfaust blows the engineer away, and that will be that. As with 9 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock, we are now going to fall back to the next stage, the 4th stage, which will be the depot stage, and we'll see which defense sFx are going to whip out. With just the main and east blown, looks like they are going to start defending outside, but with Northern Darkness already piling through the east entrance, Twitty has been called into action, but here comes Jack, Garand frag dropping Twitty. Jack was going to make his way up towards the construction already, and the other 2 players of Northern Darkness, sFx are already on the other side of the map, but Jack decided to wait and whipped out the grenade, and that was just enough time that Lucifer needed to get in position with the MP40 and drop him from the backside. As Morgy and ASD will rack up tops of frag apiece. Northern Darkness all over sFx right now. Twitty and Lucifer answer the call with a frag apiece. Lieki will come up as well, and Twitty with the K43 drops GMX. And remember, sFx are sporting the ugliest tag in enemy territory history, and whoever thought of this? Were you on drugs? Is all I can ask. 8:14 on the clock, and well, I say, you got to ask what are sFx going to do right now. They're deciding to go for this main entrance defense rather than fall back, and it doesn't look like it's working one bit, because already Northern Darkness have breached it twice, but they self-killed, got themselves back in position. But Northern Darkness are just filing through the side entrance, but Mixer will rack up 1, 2, 3, one of them being the landmine, and we'll try to get the revive in. I think it's Jack that has pushed all the way around the back towards the, no, it's Chris. Chris with 1, 2, Luger frags, dropping them like flies, and now Chris is going to make the throw for the hat-trick. Is he going to get it? He whips it out for the reload. 5 bullets left for Chris. Yes, he does! A hat-trick of Luger frags for Chris. He finally gets taken down in the back by Kieki, but very nicely done by the Dutchie, who will scream as he goes down, if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. And now the boost will go on for GMX, who spies the red smoke, and will now come back. Akos and GMX will go for the boost on toward that side entrance, and Manowar will rudely interrupt them over there. 7:13 on the clock. Evil pushing forward with the MP40, as well as Lieki, as Kaz will now make his way in towards that side and in towards the west entrance now. Strike Manowar down, and now it's all on Evil, and now they have east, west, and main all blown. sFx, I gotta realize, it's time to fall back now, because Northern Darkness are getting through here, there, and everywhere right now. There are holes in the dikes, so to speak. And we'll see whether the Northern Darkness team get through on this one. But 6:43 on the clock. No matter what now, sFx have held off and enforced a reasonable time. Chris with a grenade, Akos Thompson will rack up 2, but instantly answered out. And as Chris makes his way through the side, he'll land 1, but has dropped the game in the back. And now we have a sticky situation. It's sFx defense. As I've whined about it so much, it's not pretty, but it's working. No, it's not. Here we go. Northern Darkness make their way through. Akos is going to make his way all the way over towards the stairs. He's got Evil with the rifle need to deal with, but it's a 1-on-1 for the construction point. Make that 1-on-3 as 2 medics come through the backside. Akos is going to hop his way forward, and Akos will get dropped, but ASD in there with like a flash with the Thompson in the revive. That's how you medic, and this is how Akos will build the crane controls. And will he get struck down? Here they come! Oh no! sFx Lieki will come up with 2 MP40 frags and just save the crane controls. It looked like a surefire thing that they had it, but no. And sFx somehow come up with the Evil. Oh, they have loaded the gold onto it. They did just get it done. But now it's a case of whether the Allied side can move that truck away, and the answer seems to be yes, they can, in the shape of a QuakeCon winner. Lieki will drop him with a Luger frag, but the truck is, well, it's moved a touch. However, it needs defending, it needs consolidation, and that is exactly happening, as Chris will get struck down with the K43 from Twitty. Lieki will come up with Thompson frag. Finally, Akos will answer back for Northern Darkness. 5:21 on the clock. Support fire at the truck. Twitty is going to run the gauntlet of that one, and Jack will actually only take down Akos with that. But here comes Jack pushing through the back of Axis Spawn and moving that truck away, as they will come on through. Lucifer is in there as well. Jack's already prone down in the back, and it'll take a little bit to shift him out of there. The truck's past that east entrance now as well, and Amorche will continue the driving and pull those parts away. 4:55 on the clock, so the time is going to be about 10 minutes and 10 seconds when we're done. Although the truck has been stopped again, and here come the recent reinforcements from the Allied side. They hop down the wall, hop down the hill, and make their way forward. Support fire in on the main entrance. Where is that going to blow off? It could take down nothing. In fact, it could take down nothing, and here goes Chris, moving the truck away. Lieki will come up, Jack with a double artillery, one on the teammate, but the truck is well and truly away now. 4 minutes and 27 seconds, so 10 minutes and 10 does seem about right, as rifle nade will be tossed in towards the bottom. GMX struck down by Manowar, and, well, sFx fighting for every second, and they are going to push this more like to 11 minutes now, and that is a positive time here on Gold Rush, no doubt about it. And, well, Twitty is going to launch his grenades forward into no one. The Allied side got a pretty long spawn right there, and they've mixed their spawns up and will now claim this truck if they can. But here come the field ups, launching another support fire right in front of its path. That one will be hard to dodge. It is going to blow. GMX and Chris will move it. Oh, Mixer will land up too with the support fire, and Akos will finally push that truck home. And the time is going to be set at 11 minutes and about 11 minutes and 15 seconds, and all is well for the sFx side. 11:15 exactly, and well, good time by the sFx team. And well, one person on the Northern Darkness team can feel aggrieved. It's ASD. He lands 6 frags for 19 deaths, and yet somehow has the 3rd highest damage given on the Northern Darkness team. So I think someone stole a few of his frags. We'll be right back here on Inside the Game to see whether Northern Darkness can hold for 11:15 and win the game. If not, we're going to a 3rd map.
Spare change. It's everywhere. Under the couch cushions, in coat pockets, all over the inside of your car, you name it. And with all that spare change lying around, you could book your very own server with Game Demons. For as little as $2.80 an hour, you can reserve a Half-Life or Unreal Tournament 2004 server when you need it, for as long as you need it. Especially great for scrims and matches for teams that can't afford the monthly rates of those other server hosts. Game Demons' new booking service allows you to rent a server exactly when you want to use it and pay as much as you would spend at the arcade for a night of DDR. Go dig those quarters out from under the sofa and book a server with GameDemons.net today. It's fast, it's easy, it's reliable. It's Game Demons.
That moment of silence was brought to you by me being an idiot, and now this match will be brought to you by me being an idiot and Inside the Game. We're going to start this one off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and, well, as we fight right away, sFx suddenly in this with a shout, and you've got to ask why. Because sFx were awful on radar. You know, they didn't look like they should be in Euro Cup or Warleagues Premier. Jack with a triple support fire, blowing away Twitty, Mixer, and Lucifer, and now the Team Northern Darkness side have outlined their intentions with a big exclamation mark at the end of it, and they will push forward and, well, self-kill out. But why are sFx suddenly in with a position of winning this game? They looked pretty awful throughout the whole of radar, and parts of Supply Depot. They didn't look too hot either, but somehow they've set themselves, they've set an 11 minutes and 15 time for them to beat, and they're in a good position to do that. And, well, it is a question of what did they do right on that defense? And you have to say they actually got in their opponent's faces. They came up with a few good frags, a few good movements, and their defense on the whole wasn't all that bad. But as they try to make their way towards this bottom level, ASD and a cause called into action as the last line of defense. In fact, it's ASD and JMX and a cause. But here we go. sFx have this defense somewhat split. I think Axis Respawn is either just happened or is just a moment away. Jack with the MP40 will drop, and here we go. GMX will come up with 1, 2, and 3, and well, that attack will be destroyed at the hands of GMX. Excuse me. So sFx now looking a little bit more like that team that we saw on radar that really can't mount an attack. But we'll see. One-man Pantherfaust coming in from Mixer. They're going to follow that in. They've been pushed back by the grenades. The Yaki coming forward as he will push on through. ASD goes down. The Yaki Tech's taken down the back by a cause. And Jack will come in and seal the deal on the final Allied players making this assault. And it only ever seems to be that 3 sFx players can quite make it all the way home. But we'll see if they can improve on that this time. Another 3 of them have made their way just outside the main entrance to the bottom level. And yes, they have got in this time. Mixer will med himself up and will take a shot from the right-hand side. Jack will go down just before Mixer would hit the deck. He needs to med himself up fast. And Mixer is down. And it's 3 on 1. And, oh dear, poor Twitty couldn't take down all 3. Well, we are paused for some reason. I can't see why. Oh, Mixer is lagged out. So, we'll be back in just a moment here on Inside the Game.
Speed, service, community. GameCloud.com, a speakeasy company.
Yo, this is Fatality, and I'm inside the game.
IDG.
Well, it appears that I now get to play Super TosspoT and be referee as well. So, thus, I'm going to kick them all from the server. You're all kicked.
Goodbye.
Boom! Well, or not. However, that would be fun. We have got a pause, and it looks like Mixer is back, so we're going to start this game off in just a moment. But Northern Darkness are in this position where, well, they are locked down on this bottom level. They've just taken apart Twitty, who was the final engineer, and they've already held on to this first stage for a good 2 minutes. 2 minutes and some, in fact. Well, 2 minutes exactly right now. And we'll see, as if they're already eating into this time quite nicely. I would say that the game has already switched back into Northern Darkness's hands, but we'll see in 3, 2, 1, we are fight. And here we go, Northern Darkness lock down that bottom level once again, as the respawning Allied side will launch themselves down the hill. They'll rack up one quick frag, so sFx will be tossed out in front of that main entrance, and they'll all funnel back to the right-hand side. 3 of them, they're waiting to be panzered or grenaded or something, but it's not happening. And the cars will put the landmines back, and the self-kills will come in. Team Northern Darkness are back into position, and I hate calling them Team Northern Darkness. Take it out of your tag, it sucks. But GMX will come through, and we have sFx making their way to this bottom level with Jack with the MP40 that will answer the call, and sFx are going to power their way through the left-hand stairs, and it's Twitty that'll go forward, cap that flag. When is the respawn? Oh, not soon enough, as Northern Darkness were all over them like a rash, as we have Man of War making his way down towards the bottom level. Dynamite is yellow, Axis team swarming all over him, and it's Jack versus Man of War for the Dynamite. Jack's going to win, but the revive comes in from Mixer. Rifle nade is too little too late, and now Man of War's going to have to go for that Dynamite before it falls out. No! Shut down and gibbed, and Northern Darkness will reclaim and regroup up, and now surely is the time for a Panzerfell. Northern Darkness are really just all grouped up on that right-hand side. They're waiting to be raged by by one clever Panzerfell shot. And now we have got sFx going to go one better and claim the flag with Lucifer. And, well, there is one Axis coming up the backside. Lucifer's gone down to the bottom level and already forgotten about the flag, as ASD will move back forward. He's going to self-kill out any second now and cap that flag and respawn. There it is. But the Dynamite goes down on the bottom level nevertheleless, and the Axis team did spawn back, so maybe they can hold on to this. We'll see as they push forward one by one. Chris is the last man to lead the assault in, tosses a grenade forward now, charges through, and the Yerky will back rage him, but he'll get grenaded by his own team, as well as Chris will rack up 2 MP40 frags, so Chris is moving for the flag like a man possessed. He's going to claim it now. And as the Dynamite goes down on the top level as well, Northern Darkness have finally relinquished control of this bottom level. However, they took 4 minutes off the clock and have put themselves in the driving seat for this game, no doubt, as sFx are going to line up Mixer with the mortar, and we'll see how he progresses as we have a cause with grenade and landmine in hand, as now we have Lucifer coming through. GMX will strike him down, and GMX will come back through, grenade launched over his head, and the 2 field ops will charge forward before self-killing. And now we have an Allied side fully prepared to rush on through, and they're going to have to go for some quick plant on main, bypass the command post quickly. There's no real defense set up at the command post, even though they're support firing over towards it and buying the Axis team some time, and taking down their own teammates as well, which, well, that wasn't in the manual, but here we go. Chris is going to launch his way forward and towards the command post and try and lock it down before the Allied side can get there, but it's not going to happen. And now we have Chris versus Evil. Chris wins out, the self-kill comes in, and Evil will... Lucifer will come up with a revive, and where is Twitty going to go? Main or side? Main or side? Main or side? He's going to go side. Tosses the Dynamite in, 6:12 on the clock, and Dynamite is planted on the East Depot wall. So, Northern Darkness have themselves a chance here. They have to get things rolling quickly. They can't get clocked down in either one of the next stages. You know, they have time to play things efficiently and play things in a German, the efficient, which the Finnish people are not, and get themselves moving. We'll see. Twitty going to make his way forward. They have a second engineer going in towards the plant now. Dynamite Yellow Man of War is the man, and GMX is above him. He hasn't seen him, and he's going to get the plant. No! Denied at the last by ASD, and he was right in there. Revive comes in on Twitty, and Twitty's just going to put one final tweak in, and he does it. And the Dynamite is in on that main entrance with 5 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock. Is there an Axis engineer to have the final laugh? I believe that would be a cause, and a cause is, well, thinking about making the move towards it. He's on the stairs. He could jump over towards the Dynamite. 14 seconds on that Dino left, but I think it's not going to happen. The Allied side have now got themselves the command post as well. They have side blown and command post up, and with 5:14 on the clock, Northern Darkness are going to have to play this one cleverly, because there is time for sFx to win this. Northern Darkness, well, you need to get gold on truck by 2 minutes left on the clock, and they have 3 minutes to do that. And that means 3 minutes to break down a Northern Darkness defense, which is this, classic U-9060 parody defense, which is very, very aggressive, that Jack will know oh so well, and we will see whether they can do anything about that. We have Lucifer waiting to boost someone up and over. It'll be Lieki that he does that. Support fires launched forward over the wall as well. West blows, and Lieki's going to get called into action as he pushes through. It's Chris that'll go through, and RJ with the MP40 dropping one, and Lieki will now make his way through that side wall as well. A Cause landmine drops Evil as we have 4:32 on the clock as Now Mixer will try to make his way through the side entrance, but Cos with the landmine will strike him down, and 4:24 on the clock, and the holding off tactic seems to be working thus far from Northern Darkness. Here will come Liaki will making his way into that side entrance as a Cos will toss his landmines back in towards the side entrance, but a Cos will get dropped and gibbed by Caddy, and Twitty will just run in, not shooting, and get dropped by a lovely little Luger frag coming out, but it will get answered up by a Caddy, and now we do have ourselves two SFX players in the vicinity of the construction, or of the building in fact, as Twitty will make his way up towards the stairs and is going towards the construction. Oh, the Estonian ASD will be called into action, but Twitty needs to wait for the revive. He's going to get it right now, and now they will lead the assault, and it's only ASD to defend. ASD whips out the Luger, he's swarmed by them all, and SFX have got this one. SFX have got the gold in the back, moving towards the back of the truck with 3 minutes and 36 to go. This is tight. This is just the amount of time that SFX would want to push this one forward, and as they rack up MP40 and Luger frags left, right, and center, SFX are going to drive this truck away, and, well, they've got two people to move it forward. Northern Darkness could slow this one down. We've seen it happen many, many a time, but as GMX will launch the way through the back, he's not got much backup to get it, and Caddy and Twitty and Lucifer again. Jack, though, will show him how it's done, QuakeCon champion style with a double support fire, but Caddy coming up with 1-2 Thompson frags, as well as GMX going down to Man O' War, means we are going to a third map, and this means I have to do something about being an admin, and they have to decide a deciding map, and I have no idea how the hell that works, because they wanted me to ref the game. So GG me, and well, we'll be back. SFX are going to take this game right off, and they're going to take it to 2-2, and we're going to move on to the next map here on Inside the Game. Well, that's interesting.
Quake 3, Counter-Strike. Quake 3, Counter-Strike. Quake 3, Counter-Strike.
Turn this car around if you do not shut up!
Quake 3 and Counter-Strike. And a whole lot more. This is the all-new family-oriented radio.
Moving on to Atlantis, and apparently I don't have the right version of this map, and thus I must download it. I thought I had the right version of the map, but, you know, I had that sneaky suspicion that I didn't. Fortunately, someone has kindly redirected to maps.stargate-server.com. So, this will download in any second. We had our elimination. Admin TosspoT finds out that actually supply isn't in the list at all. Which is interesting. As we look at, what is the date today? The date is the 29th of May. So they should have played, well, I don't know, I can't work out that radar. It should have been Frostbite radar, maybe. I can't work it out. Anyway. Okay, not my cup. We're going to start this one off in just a minute. We have Man O' War reconnecting. The server didn't crash. By Jove. And, well, we have ourselves 6 players. Well, we're not too far away from getting this one underway. We'll be right back here on Inside the Game to see how this one concludes with SFX 2-2 against the lovely team of Northern Darkness. Well, welcome back to Inside the Game. We're waiting on 4 players left to ready up. Northern Darkness 2, SFX 2, and we're on to Adlanest. Now, I think I've made my opinions about Adlanest perfectly clear. And if I haven't, then, well, there's no two ways about saying. Wait. Let me say this properly. My opinion of Adlanest will come after this.
Hey, you. Time to take your fingers out of your ears and pay attention for a second. This radio ITG program is rated M for mature. That means if you are easily offended by graphic language or full frontal nudity.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Now would be the time to, you know, go play with your Barbie dolls or whatever. Radio ITG.
Adlanest is crap. That was my opinion. There we go. We're going to start this game off. There's a long-winded way of saying that, and most people probably forgot what the hell I was talking about. Anyway, we're going to start this one off in just a second. 3, 2, 1. We are fight with Northern Darkness.
Negative. Nine. Medic!
Starting off on the Axis team with the Morty, Jack, ASD, Akaz, GMX, and Chris. sFx with the way forward. Chris and Jack will come up with the...
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Now would be the time to, go play with your Barbie dolls or whatever. Radio ITG.
Adlanest is crap. That was mine.
There we go. We're going to start this. This is a long-winded way of saying that. Most people probably start what I was looking at. Anyway, we'll start this one off in just a second. 3, 2, 1. We are right with Northern Darkness starting off on the Axis team with the Morty, Jack, ASD, Akaz, GMX, and Chris. sFx with 3, Mixer, and someone else. And here we go.
The way forward. Chris and Jack will come up with the... Jack and Amorti will come up with grenade frags apiece as sFx will try to make their way in towards that main entrance. They've got 2 or 3 players that have hopped in over, and over towards the door controls they go. Not happening as, someone blew themselves away. As Tweety will make his way, will also self-kill, and sFx going to regroup and try again. So here we go with, how many of them are going to pop themselves down to this little trapdoor? They're going to be 2 or 3 of them going on through. Mixer will come too late for a revive, and Lieki decided to man himself up rather than revive, so they're not actually getting anywhere. Lieki will make his way, something. Some Finnish name will make his way forward and get struck down by ASD. We have 14 minutes exactly, 60 seconds have passed, and the grenade has been tossed in by Jack. Caused 3 of them threw themselves right on top of his face, all guns blazing to try and stop him, and they did exactly that as Evil will make his way forward, Mixer will make his way forward. And you see, I wouldn't be calling them evil if their tag wasn't so damned ugly. There's no two ways about how ugly this team's tag are. But anyway, Dynamite is about to... Oh no, it's Lieki that's in there. Dynamite now going to be yellow if Lieki can hop himself in and get the revive. Yes, he does exactly that. And another grenade will be tossed in. Dynamite goes yellow, and have they got the give? No, they haven't. They thought they had. Revive coming in from Lieki. Too little, too late. And, sFx went the long way around that one. As Dynamite goes yellow but not red. As we have 13 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. And Morty cut down by Lucifer. And so we have Chris making his way forward. As Lucifer will pile in towards the middle, and Northern Darkness with a relatively ugly tag take on sFx with the ugliest tag in the game, in the history of the game. We'll push on forward, and people just don't spend the effort making tags up. And now you might be able to understand it with Northern Darkness because they've had to make up 3 tags because they've been in 3 different teams in their 2-month existence or so. But sFx, they've only been 2 or so, and thus they should come up with better tags. Anyway, Dynamite yellow, Man of War will get the arm on it this time. Or will he? No, grenade coming in from Chris, so they need to get the revive in there, and they will. And Twitty and Man of War will seal the deal and put that Dynamite to rest. As now we have Morgie and Chris trying to make their way forward. Evil is there, and now we have him just... Evil is there. No, sFx Evil is the name of the team, but someone who's now dead was called Evil in his tag. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Anyway, Dynamite is yellow, and Dynamite is about to blow. And can you tell that in the past, since we got onto Aldenest, the quality of the Shoutcast has gone downhill? I certainly can. Doors are opening, and we have Northern Darkness making their way forward with 5 players up at the parts, as Lucifer will hop through, drop ASD in the back, and now will force the reversal of the defense, as Akaz will make his way forward, quick switch around, and Lucifer will finally get down as Amorchi comes in to help Akaz out, and oh, there's a nice bit of lag, as now we have someone evil. He can't work out his tag because it's too ugly. Making his way forward. Twitty will come through and toss a grenade at Chris, and Chris will laugh at him and say, I am Dutch, I do not need your grenade on my face. And now sFx will come back through, and the 3 of them will, they'll split into a 3-3 formation and make their way over towards the pot. Rifle nade bounced off Twitty and Akaz, battle it out, and then more JSX and Chris and GMX will just erupt onto the sFx side. 5 frags in 5 seconds for Northern Darkness, and sFx go down in a blaze of glory, and they must try again. Why did they pick Adlanest? They had a choice of Gold Rush or Adlanest, and they picked this. Evil's going to make his way forward. Rifle nade tossed up towards the top level, and Twitty with the rifle nade will land in on ASX before getting dropped by the K-43 of Akaz. But Morgie will come in to save Akaz with the MP40 as he backed away, and Akaz is now going to be called into action on 2 fronts, as Man of War is going to take down 1, and now Morgie is going to push through, and no, Man of War will claim both frags. And, well, is he going to find Jack? No, they self-kill out, and we'll have to fall back into position as the Allied side are about to pick up those parts. Looks like Twitty might have lagged out, no, he hasn't. And we have Evil making his way through towards the top level. Jack will get down, not give, parts moving, parts drop, parts returned, ASD on the ball, and Morgie will rack up the MP40 frag, and again, sFx, when they have the numbers, they don't use them, as we found on radar. But here we go once again. It'll be Lucifer to make his way forward, and Morgie will pin his way forward. Jack 1, Jack 2, nicely done. And more 3 self-kills come in from the Axis side, as we now have, well, instead of be an onslaught coming through, no, the Allied side are touch slow to push on forward when the self-kill came in, and, well, that's the time. If they're going to self-kill half their team out, that means half their team are in position for 2 quick revives. They're not getting the Gibson, and Morgie will pick up 2, and now we have got another revive going in. And sFx making this hard for themselves as Chris downs them with 2 MP40s. Jack with the MP40 will come through again, and now we have Chris making his way forward, and Morgie is there as well. 1, 2, 3 MP40 frags going in. sFx will now move on to the parts. Man of War is there, but here come Northern Darkness. 4 of them in there. Rifle nade, Panzerfaust, grenade, landmine. Well, not landmine, but something big and explosive. Just a fat person dying would kill them all. But they're not getting anywhere, as Twitty will go through with the rifle nade, launches in his way in as we have Akaz with the rifle nade answering back up. The Ook is there. Lucifer pushing in. ASD with the MP40 will answer out. And with 9 minutes and 8 seconds to go, we have got sFx now pushing back again. They split themselves up, and the problem sFx have is their time objective first, and they don't seem to really wait. Going to try this one up with a 4-man attack, leaving the charge in. ASD is downed and not coming back, and in fact the parts defense has been well worked, and Northern Darkness have locked themselves back up. They're going to go for another attack. It is a 4-1 split, so let's follow the one, and let's ask Ronda, how quickly, when he sees a bad guy, will he die? Lucifer hasn't seen a bad guy. Oh, found one. Lucifer is... Mixer comes up with the double Panzerfaust, and now maybe they can get somewhere. Jack drops him with the MP40. The man who went on his own is dead. He's going to get revived by Man of War. And here go sFx moving in on the parts. Evil cold as he made his way towards the parts, but there's still 4 players going to move in for them. Revive comes in. Parts picked up. Who was it that was moving for it? It was Jack, and Jack has instantly moved over towards the doors. And what's the scores on the doors, Jack? As he makes his way through, Caddy will come through as well. Lucifer on the prowl, but Lucifer, is he the man wielding the Panzerfaust? No, I thought it was Mixer, and it is. And now the grenade is going to come out. Will he land any? Yes! He will drop a Morgie. Will he get the given? No, as he will be charged down by Akaz. But Evil is there, and the Morgie's been tapped out, and Evil's landed Thompson frag in, and they are doing some damage, but GMX answers the call with 2 quick MP40 frags. At the radar, it's just Jack and Chris, and GMX has got to be somewhere if he's not dead. As the Allied side self-kill and pick up those objectives once again. Mixer with the ACP frag, dropping 1. Chris with a Thompson, now on his lonesome is going to have to come in, and they're going to move these parts in. Surely the radar is clear. The radar is clear. Surely, well, the transmitter is clear. Surely they're going to push these ones forward. Where are the damn documents? Caddy is now finally making his way forward. Does the Axis team respawn? No, he will just bypass them, and the clock will be set at 7 minutes and 33 seconds. You're inside the game with TosspoT. Join me to find out who wins this game in just a moment.
Spare change. It's spare change. It's everywhere. Under the couch cushions, in coat.
So, like, I wanted to get a game server because my current one sucked, and I was like, I would sell my soul for a low ping. And then this voice came out of nowhere and was like,
I've got a low ping server for cheap.
And then I was like, yeah, and he was like,
yes, give me your soul.
And I was all like, who are you? And he said,
GameDamons.net. We've got low ping, low cost servers for the seriously elite gamers such as yourself.
So I asked him, I said, do you provide highly customizable, high-performance Unreal Tournament, Counter-Strike, and Doom 3 servers with an easy-to-use interface at low prices? And he said,
yep.
And that's when the pink elephant on my shoulder exploded, and I got a GameDamon server. GameDamons.net has low-ping, high-performance gaming servers. They hooked me up.
Here we go, 3, 2, 1, fight! And we're away. Apologies for screwing up the adverts there. I know how much you love them, but I'd heard that one just too many times tonight. So here come Team Northern Darkness as they push on forward. They have the time to beat 7:30. It's... well, what is that time? Is it good? Is it bad? We'll see. Jack has launched his dynamite over the wall. It's fading away as Jack is on the other side and getting nowhere near it, so... nice one for wasting a charge, as he will now hop himself over the wall and make their way in. GMX is there. Dynamite planted, and, well, Jack has the last laugh and says, nice one, Toss, for talking crap about a QuakeCon champion. Here we go. 6:57 on the clock. Man of War in for the diffuser ready. They've almost got it covered, but no, they haven't. Revive comes in. Second engineer goes in for the defuse, and yes, they will get it. Katie comes in with a Luger frag, dropping Chris, who was just about to eat into Twitty, but too little, too late. Grenade and Thompson coming forward, and now we have a Cos wielding that Panzerfaust has wielded nothing just yet. He hops his way forward. Here comes the respawn. Here comes the Panzer. One shot. Boom. No kills. As they all dodge that Panzerfaust, and well, we'll see. Jack will launch that dynamite over yet again, and I'm always curious as to why they would do that, because you just waste your charge. If you're going to get over, you might as well throw the dynamite down there. You're not going to buy yourself much time, and Liecki is just waiting behind Jack as he jumps himself over the wall and falls right onto Liecki's face, and Liecki quite happily eats breakfast. 6:10 on the clock. Here comes a Morche as a Cos will make his way forward with the rifle nade, no longer as the Panzerfaust, waiting on a spawn, launches his rifle nade through, doesn't land anyone. And, well, nice try. 5:57 on the clock. A Cos with a rifle nade answered straight back up by Twitty. Excuse me. As we have more of the Northern Darkness side just waiting on them to push on through. Jack is there as he will launch his way through. GMX will push on forward. Twitty dies on his own grenade. Jack gets cut down in the back, and that dynamite will fade away with 5:33 on the clock. You wonder whether this could slip away from Northern Darkness in not too long. If they can't get this dynamite down, I would say in the next minute, then the pendulum will swing, possibly indefinitely, in terms of the sFx team, and sFx do not deserve to win this. But here we go. A Cos is going to get that dynamite in. No! Man of War is going to walk straight around the corner, but Jack is going to stop it. Man of War is an engineer. He drops Jack after he put the dynamite in. GMX and ASD are going to come through. Blow Man of War to high heavens. And now Lucifer is going to come in with the revive. ASD and GMX called into action, but Man of War, Pliers out. Pliers doing the job. ASD, no denied. Cut down by Liecki. And the dynamite has been defused. Nicely done with 4:55 on the clock. And, well, they have this one, surely. They have this one, sFx. It is theirs to lose. And a game that they looked so bad at. A game that on Radar they did not deserve to win. A game on parts of Supply Depot they did not deserve to win. A game that on their Adler Nest attack at parts they did not deserve to win. This looks like a game they're going to win. Chris coming through. We have Twitty, last man standing. Jack goes for the defuse. Oh, there's a dead body. As the grenades get rained in. I think that's the 2 engineers that are gone this time. It is. And we will have that dynamite blow in about 4 minutes exactly. That gives sFx 4 minutes to defend and win this game on the second stage. Can they do it? 4 minutes is a good time for that final stage. It's about right on. It's about a minute faster than what I would say their opponents had done it. Well, I was on ETTV the other day, and I could see that actually they've coded this lovely little thing that says 1 minute faster than the opposition did it, blah, blah, blah. That'd be a great feature to have for Shoutcasters. Hint, hint, Banny. But we'll see. As we have 3:55 on the clock. We have Twitty pushing forward, going through. Akaz is now going to make his way forward, construct that command post, and make his way forward, builds it up. Mixer comes up with the MP40 frag in on Jack, and now Cadiera is going to charge into Akaz and drop him down, and Manowar with the MP40 eats GMX alive, and now we have Chris trying to make his way up towards those parts up the stairwell. He's going to do that. Lieki's on the other side, moves around. Chris heard him. Chris dropped him. Nice Thompson frag. And we have Caddy going to make his way through as Man of War will go on forward. It is GMX with the Thompson rifle nade from Akaz, pushing one. Objective taken. Jack is going to come on through. Jack with the parts now, and they are away. GMX has backed him up, and 4 minutes might have been good for sFx, but it might have been too good for Team Northern Darkness, and they will make their way slowly but surely away with these parts. They pass the command post. GMX is going to back Jack up. He has a grenade in hand, I believe. No, he's going to double back. Not sure where he's going. Mixer drops one with the MP40 frag. Jack is just going to hold off reinforcements on the route, and he's going to double all the way back and make his way down towards the main road. They're going to play this one safe. Let's see where the how the transmitter is doing. It's just Twitty. Oh, they've got 4 people up there now. As Chris will come through. The door is firmly shut, so he's only got one way to go just now. As the door will be not open just yet, and Morgie is there. 2 self-kills coming in from the Northern Darkness team. That will allow the Axis defense some time. It's Man of War that will lock it down, but they're screaming for that door to be opened. I believe they have just flicked the switch. No, they haven't. And Jack is waiting on the other side of the blast doors, and will make the move in any second now to win the game for Northern Darkness. 4-2. 2 minutes and 18 seconds he has to take those parts home. He's going to make this one look good for the cameras, unless Lieki can down him. Lieki takes a part. Jack and returns the parts. My days, he had the whole time to do it. He had just one player to finish off, and he had 3 players still alive on his team, and somehow the QuakeCon 2005 enemy territory champion blew it. Looking at the parts now, sFx are going to line themselves up, but the attack could come up the backside as 3 of them made their way through spawn. It's a Morgie and ASD that will go up the backside. The call has been raised, and now they double themselves around, drop a Morgie, and ASD will throw his grenade at the roof in disgust and Northern Darkness will come back at them. 140. That's 100 seconds on the clock for them to win this one. We'll see if they can do it. Akaz is going to move in. They are chasing down these parts, but with Caddy will come through, and Caddy will land 2 MP40 frags. Cometh the hour, cometh the man as he locks down those parts, and now we have ASD taking her down by the Eki, and now is the time for sFx to lock themselves in. And Morgie going to try to move these parts away, and Morgie with the Luger, dropped down by Twitty's Luger frag, and now we have 1 minute and 12 seconds on the board as Jack, Akaz, and GMX will do it. Time running out. 67 seconds on the board. Here comes GMX moving for the parts, as will Akaz. But Evil, as sFx Evil are all over those parts. It's Mixer that's had a supply game. Rifle nade thrown down the throat of Jack by Twitty. And now the revives come in. It's 2 Northern Darkness players left to go. Akaz wants those parts. Akaz is going to get those parts. Akaz is going to have to try to move these away, but Mixer stands firm. And the parts have been returned. And unless Jack can do something, it's GG. Jack can't do squat. And that is GG. Northern Darkness win the game. sFx win the game against all odds. Northern Darkness, who I was ready to say won the game from the moment Radar started, have thrown this one away, one would say. It was theirs to be won. The decision to move by Jack in towards the transmitter was wrong. Wow, what a rifle nade from Akaz. And Northern Darkness haven't given this one up, but it would take something special for them to win it. It would take G_speed being pushed up, and it's not going to happen there. Objective secured. sFx 4. Northern Darkness 2. Even inside the game, we say goodnight. Show must go on for Northern Darkness. But after that performance, one questions whether they have the potential that many people thought they did.